MTN SME Hub. Link to growth, link to success, link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. We continue our conversation with Dr. Nkosi Kumalo, who is GM of a small medium business segment at MTN Business. So we were talking about, and I love the fact that you've updated the stats, so to speak. I love that 39 million subscribers, 85% actually have got a smartphone, which opens up a massive opportunity for the likes of MTN, but also for entrepreneurs, because we've got now access to so much powerful tools on our phone. Tablets, phone, laptops. Where are the trends moving? Update me, because I also seem to be outdated in terms of where things are moving.
Look, I think, to be honest with you, and I want to just confine this conversation to a small, medium business, right?
Yes.
You've got categories of small businesses. There's really small businesses that may not have the luxury of a laptop or an iPad. An easy entry towards this digitized world is a smartphone.
Yeah.
And of course, MTN is actually doing everything in their powers to make sure that we break into the lowest level of our society from an affordability point of view. We're bringing in low smartphones. There are OEMs whom you've never heard of before that are starting to play in that space, just to make sure that we bring in, the lower price point smartphones, give people access to internet, and be able to give them that digital freedom that they need, right? So in my view, I think it's about, access to a screen. Mm-hmm. It's really about the access to a screen. iPad, laptops, you start looking at probably a little bit more formal businesses that are in the office hubs, that are really, running professional services. When you look at a Baki Brigade, a guy a laptop is not a suitable, tool of trade. You need him to have access to a smartphone, because as he does his business, he needs to have access to WhatsApp, confirm an appointment, check when he's available, be able to thank a customer. Whether you are operating your business from a Facebook, you're operating your business if you look at the power of WhatsApp today, a lot of businesses are actually advertising on WhatsApp, they're advertising on TikTok, and they're able to capture leads, follow through on them. And all of these small social media applications that we think are just normal way of life, they are quite key, and they're really just traversing into the business world. WhatsApp is able to give you WhatsApp statuses where you can actually advertise your businesses, your services, and be able to communicate a price, right? And this is really for small micro businesses. I've seen the uptake of TikTok in terms of businesses that are able to, give you services, whether it's cake, Megan's Cupcakes. There's someone I know who really loves Megan Cupcake. There is online retail clothing. And it's a global play, because, whether you are in South Africa, you actually have access beyond the borders of South. This is the power of digitization for a small business. You actually don't need to have premises anymore. So in essence, for me, I think as you graduate and you become a matured small business, you then start getting into, access to a laptop. You are CIPC registered, you are registered with SARS. You need to have records and make sure. And there's bundles that we are offering now at MTN, where you are able to have access to connectivity, Microsoft applications for your office worker, and you are also able to add things like security, and all those things that matured businesses need. And as businesses grow, you are able to add virtual machines, you are able to add professional services, etc., etc. This is what I'm tasked to actually deliver in MTN. We have got a package now for basic businesses, and as we grow, you will see more and more services that we are offering on what we call our business Unboxed solutions, which have got connectivity and core IT offerings for small businesses.
That's a good segue to talk about your partnership with Microsoft.
Well, it's still going very well. I think the partnership is reaping the rewards that we had expected. We have gone beyond the borders of South Africa in terms of enabling Microsoft transactability within MTN. And I'm quite excited about the progress we are making in South Africa. We are able now to actually, the business Unboxed solution I mentioned, we are now not only offering naked Office 365 offering, we have a bundle now where you can actually get connectivity and Microsoft Office 365 as a bundle, one price, and you are able to access all of these services. We obviously attach it with a device and you're able to work. And as I said, growing beyond that is obviously providing professional services and etc. that comes with it. But I'm quite excited about the progress we are making. We have a division in MTN which is specifically focused on converged services, and they are building products, they are bringing capabilities. They've got the security, they've got unified communications and collaboration. In the unified communications and collaborations, we've got Teams, which is a Microsoft unified communication and collaboration capability. Now a small business does not need to actually walk into a meeting physically. They can actually just take our offering from MTN and be able to access Teams. Teams comes with a whole host of benefits. Video conferencing, you are able to do dialing to a normal phone as if you've got a PABX. So there's a whole host of benefits that a small business can get, which was previously a privilege for big business. Small businesses can compete now in terms of technology and digitization. Yeah.
We're going to have to take a break now. When we come back, we're going to conclude our conversation with Dr. Kumalo. And I'm actually loving this. I'm loving understanding where all this power is going to support us small businesses. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.